Great. Okay, so what we wanted to talk about today is how to set expectations during enrollment for consistency on the products. One of the kind of hurdles that several of our newer and existing sharers are running into is that people don't want an auto subscription set. People aren't consistent on the products for the first 30 days, and then they don't need their second order. And then maybe another order comes in and they decide that it's too tough to take consistently, right? And also just really helping people understand the benefits of being a VIP customer and taking full advantage of that. And so I wanted to hop on here today and just do a quick training about how you set somebody up before they ever enroll really paints the picture for their success down the road. So the first thing I want to talk about is how Plexus is different. Most of us are familiar with different types of network marketing, whether it's Tupperware parties or makeup sales or books or nails or whatever it is. And most companies, it is like a monthly commission. So you're like looking at September and you're like, did I sell $2,000 worth in September? Check, move that aside. And then you go to October and you've got another bucket that says $2,000 and you're working to get a sale that leads to that. Y'all, Plexus is different in the best possible way. And so I want you to let go of this, like, I got a sale mentality, because when you have that mindset, it is really hard to see the beauty of a consistent residual order that is coming in each month. And so where Plexus is different is everything builds. So I'm going to use myself as an example. When I first joined Plexus, I found 3 friends to join me: my mom, my mentor, and one of my friends. And I helped them get started on, I think they all did the triplex combo. And then I helped them find a routine, right? We kind of eased into the products. I checked on everybody a couple times the first week and then once a week from that point. And when it was time for their next order to process, I knew exactly where they were at with their products because of the way that I had walked with them that first 30 days. I knew that Allie was ready for a replenishment order. I knew that my mom was ready for a replenishment order. And I knew that Gina was not only ready for a replenishment order, she also wanted to add the vitamin her second month and try that. And so then what happened month 2 is those 3 people, they all reordered with their subscription. And then I was actually able to help 10 new friends get started my second month with Plexus. Okay, so my second month with Plexus, my first month, I had 3 friends order. My second month, I had 13 friends order. Okay, my third month with Plexus, these first 3 were in a really good rhythm. Of those 10 that joined me my second month, I'm going to be honest, a couple of them weren't super consistent. I would check in and there would be no response. Has that ever happened to anybody? I would like message, I'd comment on a Facebook post, I'd send a message that said like, you need to use your name, Chelsea. Chelsea, you doing okay over there? Send proof of life. Like, where'd you go? And so my third month, I had my first 3 people, they all ordered again. And y'all, of those 3 people, almost 6 years later, 2 are still ordering over 100 PV on subscription every single month. This is why the first 30 to 60 days is crucial. Okay. So my third month, I had my first 3 friends, they all reordered. Of those second 10 people, let's say 7 reordered. So that gave me a base point of 10. 3 plus 7 is 10 for my third month. Remember, 3 people had fallen off because they weren't consistent and didn't respond. But then, y'all, I was able to add to my whole team. I helped a new friend go silver. That's 3 people. I went silver. That's 3 people. We added 9 people my 3rd month. So we had 19 people ordering. I think we actually had 20 order. So my math's wrong. We had 20 people order my 3rd month. Do you see the growth? It's not an empty bucket every month where you're trying to get 20 sales each month. 20 new people, got to get sales. It is a residual customer care building experience that now we have hundreds, if not thousands of people ordering each month. Okay, that is the vision for Plexus. And that is why this is so important. So we're going to talk about just a few simple things that you can either implement or just kind of reminders that you are doing. When somebody comes to you and says, hey, I'm interested in this pink drink that you're talking about, that is where it begins. It doesn't begin when they hit join Plexus. It begins the moment they see your post, the moment you send them a sample of the pink drink. The moment, like that's where it begins. And so that is why this is so important. So I want to break this down into like a during the enrollment process and a like once they join kind of checklist. During the enrollment, which the enrollment is like the journey for them to like hit the red button, enroll in Plexus, which can sometimes be a little bit more of a journey than you thought. Rochelle's like, I know. It's like you told me you wanted to order, and then it's been 3 weeks, and now I'm calling you because you keep telling me this. So during the enrollment, we want to ask a lot of questions. We want to be listeners first, okay? If somebody messages you and says, hey, I'm interested in your pink drink, what is it? My response is going to be, hey, I am so excited to hear from you. What are some of your main health goals right now? Right? I'm always going to start with the same question because me answering, what is it? Like, what is it? It's a vitamin, it's a probiotic, it's a pink drink, it's a weight loss tool. Like, it can be so many things that I need to figure out what the thing is that they are actually looking for, right? So I'm always going to start and say, well, what is it that you're looking for? You know, what is it that you have a health goal, or what is it that you saw that piqued your interest, right? I'm going to start there. And once they respond, then I'm probably going to reach out to somebody and say, hey, this friend said she's looking for this. Where would you go from here? And y'all, I still do this almost 6 years in. Allie was a nurse. She knows more than I do sometimes. Michelle, my friend, was a personal trainer. She knows more than I do about some of those things. So I want you to know that that's not a weakness for you to reach out and say, hey, somebody said this. What would you recommend? We usually send something that is third-party validation, or we pull them into a 3-way message. And each of you are pretty new to sharing. And y'all, that 3-way message can be really helpful because it's like, think of like when you get a new job and you go to a training, right? They don't just like throw you in. They're like, hey, let's watch this person do this for a little bit. That way you know how to do the things also and can feel more confident in that. So we want to ask what their health goals are. We want to like pull them into a 3-way conversation, or we want to ask our sponsor, hey, where would you go from here? Right? And at that point, we just want to be a good question asker. Maybe we send them a triplex video, or I know Chelsea, I sent you a couple testimonies to send to your mom's friend, right? Like, then we're going to be a question asker. Do you think this is something you might be interested in trying, right? You know, have you tried anything before to reach the goals that you have? You want to build that relationship there. You want to build the trust, right? Think of it as building a bridge. You can't just jump over the moat. You've got to like build it brick by brick. And all of this is trust building because they need to be able to trust you with their health journey. So we build the bridge, right? We ask the questions, and then it's time to enroll. And they're like, I want to join you with Triplex and Ease, which is one of my favorite combos. Great. Rochelle, I have 10 minutes this afternoon that I could call and get you enrolled over the phone. That way I can help you apply all of the coupons to get the deepest discount on products. Are you free at 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock? Okay, y'all, if you can get somebody on the phone, usually it's going to be about a 30-minute call, just because they're going to have questions, you're going to have questions, right? Walking through that enrollment process, you're going to be able to set expectations for them. Now, some people will say, no, I don't have any time, right? The next best option is to say, here's the list of things I need. Would you feel comfortable sending me these things so that I can get your order placed in the right way? We have that list. It's a graphic. If you need that, just ask. Most people, if they can't get on the phone, they will send you the information you need to place their order. Last option is sending them instructions to go to your website and tackle it themselves. They will most likely wind up paying more than they should for their products. Allie or I will most likely have to make a phone call to customer service trying to get them a rebate. She's laughing because we had to make like 2 or 3 calls from Hawaii last week. Oh, people paid like $100 more than they should have. Rochelle's like, what? But that is like good, better, best, right? Best is let's get on the phone and do this together. Better is let me get your information and then I'll get your order placed the right way. And then we can connect, you know, in a couple of days and walk through this. Good is here's the instructions to order from the website. Now, if you find that you are consistently sending people instructions to order from the website, we need to reverse a little bit, because it probably means there's something in your verbiage that it's not setting people up for expectations well from the start. They just want to place a one-time order, right? I just want to place a one-time order. Okay, let's reverse real quick. Okay, now tell me what your health goals are, right? You see, okay, tell me, okay, so gosh, with Hashimoto's, a lot of people have Hashimoto's or thyroid issues or want to lose weight. These are 90-day systems at minimum. You need to take these products consistently for 90 days to start to see the results that you want to see. So we're going to reverse a little bit and be like, something didn't click right there. So we need to step back before we hit the place order button, right? And we're going to kind of repaint the picture. We want people to know that consistency is key and that this is not a quick fix. Plexus was never intended to be a one-time order company. That doesn't fit with the compensation plan that you know how I explained that in the beginning. That is not the intention, and people will not see the results that they want to see from 30 days of inconsistent use of the products. Well, we have to help people see that because we want them to see results. So then you kind of reverse and you're like, okay, hold on. I just want to make sure you understand this because you're going to join as a VIP customer. Here are the things that come with that, right? You're going to have a replenishment order so that you don't ever go a day without products. You're going to earn Plexus perks every time that replenishment order processes. you'll be able to get a free bottled product after your second month. You're going to have a referral link that you can use to share with friends when they ask you what you're doing. And you're going to, for all of that, you're going to get the deepest discount on products. I think what winds up happening is instead of kind of reversing and saying, wait a second, I don't think we're quite on the same page here, we just move forward because it's a sale. Does that make sense? Like, are we resonant? Okay. And so I think if we can really paint this picture, what you're going to see is your ratios change. You're going to start having people get on the phone with you so that you can really explain this to them. And then you're going to see your subscription rate increase. Y'all, red flag from the beginning if somebody says, and I want to do this one time and not have a subscription set. We need to kind of reverse a little bit, ask a few more questions, because they're not going to see the benefits from Plexus. Because this is a 90-day system. And I'm not saying that people can't order a one-time order, but if you notice that that is happening more often than not, like that should be the exception, not the rule, because of how you've painted the picture to get there. And then the goal is you've dripped the opportunity because you've told them about their referral link. You've painted the picture for 90 days of consistency, which is going to give you a foundation to build your business slowly over time, those first few months, right? And then you're going to build that residual income. And then you check back in 90 days. I mean, you're checking in along the way, right? But at that 90-day mark, you're like, you've completed the first 90 days. How are you feeling? And y'all, the statistics on this are crazy. If somebody orders consistently and takes their products for 90 days, there's like an 80% chance they'll be ordering 3 years from now. Those first 90 days are imperative. They're imperative because then it's like people get obsessed with earning free products with perks. And it's like, well, you know what? I had some extra BioCleanse this month and I don't really need that, but I want to keep my subscription at 100. So let's add ease, right? You want to be that like trusted friend that they can come to. So that is kind of the compensation plan, what makes it different, how we paint the picture during the enrollment process to set yourself up for success. And then the last piece of this, y'all, is community. Once somebody does hit join Plexus, hold on. The first thing you want to do is go to our Tools for the Tribe page. And if you're not in there, I'll add you. We have a Customer Care 101 post that's pinned in there. And the first thing you're going to do is you are going to pull your new VIP into a 3-way message with your sponsor, and you are going to plug them in to our Wellness Warrior customer care community. Here's why. There is power in numbers. Most people feel like they are on an island when they join something like this. Like literal, figurative, right? They don't really want to tell anybody they're doing this. Maybe they don't think it's going to work, right? Like maybe it's a last-ditch effort. Maybe they don't trust themselves. And so if you can link them with someone to cheer them on, to share their story, and then in that Wellness Warrior community, we have a tracker for the first 60 days that they can print out and put on their refrigerator. We have testimonies being posted a few times a week, encouragements, water intake check-ins, pink drink check-ins for prizes, right? It is the community and the fun behind what we do. We like to share stories of people who've taken the products consistently over time to paint that picture. But y'all, that is so important because it is another voice in their head saying, hey, this works. And when I'm pulled into a three-way message, I always say a couple of things. I say, I'm going to tell you the two most important things. One, these products will not work if you don't take them consistently. Consistency is absolutely important. And so I want you to set alarms on your phone, right? Do those things. And two, you've got to drink water. It is just that affirmation because y'all, almost 6 years in, if somebody does not do those two things, they will not see results. If you have people who are turning off their subscriptions and saying the products don't work, I guarantee you it comes back to those two things: a lack of consistency and not drinking enough water. And so, but that is that third party validation from the three-way message. That is getting them into that wellness warrior community. And then from there, we have our check-ins, right? You want to be checking in on people at least once a week for the first 30 days, even into the 60 days, because y'all, if you can help somebody find consistency for the first 90 days, is it not worth it to put a check mark on your calendar that you checked in with your customer? There is an 80% chance that they will still be ordering 3 years from now. Y'all, that is huge. Huge. And the numbers don't lie. I see this in my own business. I see it with people who joined me like right after I had a baby that kind of fell through the cracks, right? Didn't get taken care of super well and didn't find the consistency they needed. And while it's kind of everybody's individual responsibility for consistency, a lot of times there are little tweaks we can offer to help. There are little things for us to say, hey, you matter and I want you to be consistent. Now, where you're at, you might be like, oh my gosh, I've done all of these things not right. Great, thanks, Tracy. What do you do from here? One, you check in with your people, okay? Y'all, you don't message them right now and be like, oh my gosh, Chelsea, we have to get your subscription back on. I totally didn't realize that was important for me, right? That's not what you do, but you check in on them and you say, hey, Rochelle, I just wanted to check in and see how are you doing on your Plexus supplements? Have you found a good routine that's working for you, right? That is a message that I love because it's not, are you seeing results yet? It's, have you found a good routine that's working for you? That gives them the opportunity to come back and say, actually, I haven't. Or, you know what? Yes, I have. I got off track this weekend, but I'm back on track now. That's usually the answer. Got off track, but now I'm back on. And then it gives you the opportunity to say, okay, I was just on a training call and I realized I did not accurately share with you all of the benefits of being a VIP customer with Plexus. Are you, feeling good with the triplex? And would you want me to share with you all of the benefits that can come from a VIP, right? You want to, again, ask questions. You don't want to bombard them and say, we need to get your subscription back on because you're going to earn perks and You want it to be back and forth. And then you can say, okay, when do you think you're going to need your next order? Let's go look at your products and see when you're going to need your next order. Great. My friend Tracy was just telling me if we can find you a routine that works for you with that triplex combo, every month your order goes through, you're going to earn $10 of Plexus perks that can be used to redeem free product over time. Usually takes about 3 to 4 months to redeem your free product. However, it sounds like this is working for you and that would be a great option right now. What do you think? Okay, we're not going to bombard, but we do want to try to help people who are seeing results on the products get those subscriptions set back up. And here's why. Because we've got business goals. All of us, whether it's to go silver and help 3, or to go senior silver and help 9 or 10, or to go gold and help 19 or 20 or beyond. And y'all, this is something that if you can learn it now and model it down, your business will thank you. You won't get to the point 2 years from now and be like, nobody's turning their subscriptions on. Why? Why? Because it started that way with you. And that's a tough pill, right? I get this. This is something that I had to learn because I came from this mindset of my mom did jewelry sales and she would have a party and move on to the next party and move on to the next party. And she had a monthly commission she was trying to earn, a monthly goal, right? And then she'd start over. Well, that's not how Plexus works. And so you just got to like scrub that out of your mind and see it as this, the first 90 days of your care are so important. So get your paper calendar, put it in your phone to check in on your people. You want to make sure that you are talking to them before their products arrive. Because if that box comes in and they're like, there's 3 products, I don't know how to take them. And then in their mind, they're like, I'll start Monday. And then Monday comes, I'll start Friday. And then Friday comes, I'll start after 4th of July or whatever it is. You want to just be in their ear saying, I'm so excited for you to get started today. If somebody gets their products at 3 p.m, I say, great, go ahead and grab that pink drink and bust it open. You can start right now. But it's the excitement and it's the checking in and it's the asking questions and it's the seeing the big picture of this vision, not just one sale, but how can this really change somebody's life over time? Okay, that is all I had to kind of cover on here. Are there any questions specifically that any of you have about this, about enrollments, about customer care, about painting this vision?
I don't have a question, but I have something I've learned along the way that I want us to add in when we're like helping somebody and talking to them at the first time. Not everybody likes Messenger. Not everybody responds well on text message. Like everybody's a little bit different. So I like to ask like, hey, do you check Messenger often? So like if they started the conversation because they saw a post and they sent me a message in Messenger and we're talking that way, but they're like really slow to respond. I might just send a message and be like, hey, would it be easier if I texted you or called you? Or like when you're signing them up, hey, I'm going to be checking on you every couple of days and at least every week. Like, what's the best way? Like, how do you prefer for me to do that? So that way you are seeing my messages. Anyway.
I love that. No, that is such a good piece of advice. Because a lot of people don't have the Messenger app on their phone. And so they only see it if they are sitting at a computer. That's great advice, Allie. All right, any questions? Chelsea, are you excited to enroll your new people now? Good. Rochelle, do you feel like you have some tips that you're like, okay, this is helpful? Yeah. Yeah. And the reality, y'all, is that there are people who want a quick fix. And this is honestly not that. Like, it's not. And being okay with that and knowing that like it serves us better to tell somebody that up front than it does to deal with, I get it, the frustration down the road of the ignored messages, the subscription turned off, all of those things that can follow. Liz, did you have a question? Oh, you're just showing your face now. Barb, did you have any questions? Is that helpful? Yes. Okay. Okay, you guys. I'm excited. I'm going to share this video with everybody because I think it's helpful. I think if we can kind of slow down a little bit, reverse when we need to. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's make sure we get here. And then really check in on people along the way. And if we do have somebody who is just adamant, I have these people, I do not want a subscription set, then we check in on them and we're offering them every 30 days when we help them place their manual order. If you wanted to earn free product, we could get this set up on subscription for you. You know what I mean? We're going to offer that each time. Okay, y'all. I think that's all I got. Thumbs up. Awesome. Thanks for hopping on, guys. Talk to y'all later.